Welkom in de game Let's Play van 999. Jullie favoriete game. En dat moet ik niet zeggen. Maar ja, in het volgende deel gaan we een beetje het mysterie proberen op te lossen van de geëxplodeerde man. Waar kwamen we uit? Zero is een douchebag. Hij draagt een gasmasker. Vind je het heel gek? Even with the specter of death hanging over them, their discussions continued for some time. In the end, however, they learned nothing. By the time they finished, 1.5 of the 9 hours were gone. All that they showed for it was impatience. No one was willing to argue this time. Yeah. Jun looked toward the numbered doors. Oh ja, dat is... Ja, gewoon de code gebruiken. Lotus looked terrified. En dan ga je toch in de deur 4. Probleem opgelost. Ace shook his head sadly. Douchebag. Pretty boy. That was the last straw. Oh god, there was an awkward silence. Finally, Seven spoke. There was another long silence. This time Snake was the one to break it. Wauw. Waarvan T plus 7 is 9. Om de deur nummer 5 te gaan heb je iets nodig. Heb je nummer 6 nodig. Waar 7 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. Is 4, ja, oké, is goed. Ja, klopt. Nummers die we over hebben zijn Santa, wat 3 is. Lotus 8 is 3 en 8. En we hebben nog 5 en 6. 5, 6 is 11. 3 en 8 is 11. 2 plus 2 is 4. Klopt wel. Junpei did a quick mental calculation. Lotus Santa and Jude remained. The prisoner were 8, 3, 6 en 5. Zoals ik al zeg, 11. 4. He repeated what he had determined. Is 4. Ja. Wat nog wel. Jumper ran over the team assignment and said one more time. 4 people would go into door 5. 7, Snake, Clover and Ace. 4 people would go into door 4. Lotus, Santa, June and Junpei. Junpei had asked himself if the teams were what he really wanted. Beyond the fun was the remains of the 9th man. He never wanted to see that thing again, but something in him said it would be unwise not to examine the corpse even a little closer. Of course, if he went for door number 5, he wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. True, it would be possible for him to bring June with him for door 5, but that would mean she would have to see the horrific carnage that waited there. Junpei didn't want that. Junpei was torn. Should he stay silent and go through door 4? Or should he stop them all and insist on door 5? As he turned his options and over in his mind, Ace spoke up. He began to walk toward door 5. Clover and Snake followed with 7 a short distance behind. Junpei. We gaan gewoon naar deur nummer 4. Why Junpei even considered doing otherwise? He would be there for June, for Akane Kurashiki. That seemed good. He felt this was the right choice to make. Want heel simpel. Als we een andere deur hadden genomen, dan zou een combinatie zijn en dat zouden we niet kunnen. Want als 4 plus 2 is 6, is 11 is 2. Er was geen mogelijkheid om daarheen te komen. He made no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her something more than just a friend from his childhood. He watched the other four walk toward the door. Ace, Snake, Clover en Seven. Die hebben de coolste naam, vind ik. Before long they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things blah blah. Ace grabbed the lever, his face tight with determination. He turned over his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions. En dit vind ik nog steeds cool om naar te kijken. As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open in the mouth of a great hungry beast. Beyond the door, Junpei knew lay the sad remains of the knife man. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover and Seven hesitated. The body was not a pleasant thing. Snake has no... Ja, duh. Snake had not even bothered to turn around, but the other three steeled themselves and stepped through the door. En toen waren er nog maar 4. Door 5 swung shut, closing with a heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companions scrambled to the door. It's beeping. Jun's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost though as in response to her question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. It was Seven. The beeping stopped. The sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door. Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief of their own. They heard Seven's voice, but wouldn't hold to be sure. Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever. Oké, dus dat is alles. We moeten gewoon naar deur nummer 4 gaan. Junpei out of step door 5 and head toward door 4. We werden net alle deuren gewoon uiteindelijk weer bij elkaar komen. En dan zitten we weer in een andere zaal en dan weer zo'n code. They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. 4 asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around. Nou, met hem ook... Ja, we kunnen alleen maar vooraan gaan. With strength and determination, he pulled the lever. Run! The lever whisked. A red skull appeared and began to flash. The dancing scan had begun. Boing! The numbered door behind him closed, the sound of metal reverberating down the hallway. There was no way back now. They were committed. If they could not find the device to activate the detonators... They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. The way they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they would likely have discerned that the doors lead to cabins. Don't tell me that is one of those rooms. Zo ja, maar bij hun was toch ook de ding zo makkelijk te vinden? Geen idee. Junpei was too frightened to count, probably by the best guess there were 7 or 8 of them. There wasn't time to count them to be sure. Junpei ran to the nearest door. He grabbed it up and shook it hard. It wouldn't open. It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plane on the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door and saw that his comrades had already run through doors of their own. They did not seem to have having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears. June was the last to speak up. As Junpei looked in her direction, his eye got something he hadn't noticed before. A small red light. It flashed him dimly from the end of the hallway. In all likelihood, Junpei thought that nearly a minute already passed since the door had closed behind them. If that was true, urgently foremost in all of their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blink almost tauntingly at them. Dat is gewoon gemeen, uiteindelijk van de kant zetten. They slammed his hands against the scanner panel. The other three quickly followed suit. With the ground, Santa yanked the lever downwards. Wow. His hands began to steady. Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As he got the breath, the four pennies began to look around. At the end of the door lay a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the large door were two smaller ones. The only exception, but Junpei began with the largest of the three, the double doors. How many times had he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Or perhaps he corrected himself more a lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and yielding and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage. Near the handle was a small keyhole. Mars? Ja, zei ik Mars. Zon, Saturnus, aarde, nou Mars. While Junpei and June jogged, Santa had disappeared. To find some distance down the hallway, he had gone to check the other doors. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a moment to catch his breath again. Let's examine the doors on either side of the larger double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it. Junpei picked the probably new room numbers B92 and B93. The door on the left read B92 and the door proclaimed that it led to B93. They made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded. 1, 2, 3. In unison, they pushed against their respective doors, and promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw the door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person. His mouth agape. It was Santa. Bring it to the thoughts. They're being treated like someone else's puppet, as he headed for a room. Seek a way out. Een nieuwe puzzel. Een nieuwe kamer. We doen het alles in het volgende deel. Ik hoop dat je genoten hebt en ik zie je de volgende keer weer. Doei!